listen. Dakon Mort Zachariah, sorry. I don't know. Dayanara, it is I. I have placed a minor messaging enchantment on this stone. Listen to it fully, then do as I say. Okay. The voice takes a breath. It sounds irritated. I don't know how we got separated, but I think the portal that brought us here divided us. It is only a minor setback. When you find the stone, stay with it until I can rejoin you. Based on my divinations, this fortress is the size of several cities. The less you move around, the easier it is for me to find you. The voice takes another breath, then becomes more detached, as if surveying something and speaking about it. I fought my way through the first of the vaults. The place is filled with shadows, too many to keep fighting. If you encounter any, run before they swarm you. They're much tougher than the other shadows we encountered before. I think the energies of the plane feed them somehow, make them stronger. The voice takes another breath. There were a series of great war relics within the vault that shifted me from the place to place. I managed to lure the shadows to each machine, then shift it while they swarmed where I had been. It bought me some time enough to escape. Once I had tripped 4 relics, it opened a portal out. It strikes me now that the vault I came from might be some strange sort of gatehouse. The relics seem to seal it off from both inside and outside of the fortress. Whatever built this place likes keeping the shadows under guard so they can't run loose. The shadows don't have any substance, so they wouldn't be able to use the machines to escape the vault. I'll have to think about that some more. No matter, I'm in a room with a great crystal in it, and I'm going to examine it more closely before moving on. The voice pauses as if the speaker is looking around. There are 5 statues in the room, and they look like me, and they look old too, like they've been here for some time. As for the crystal, it doesn't look like it belongs in the fortress, and its size and shape reminds me of something I've read in the annals, some sort of dimensional prison that segments the soul. I don't think it's a coincidence. The portal from the main vault teleported me here. I think the crystal's a trap, so don't touch it until we're together again. I mean it, Mort. Okay. I'm going to try and find you all now. If you find this reader stone, do not move from this spot, or I may never find you. I have left some supplies for you in the base of one of the statues. Don't waste them. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to find our enemy and get out, and we may need those supplies later. I'll see you all soon. Okay. So that's a message that, may or may not have found its way to companions, and looks like 3. I'm just seeing if there really are, okay, supplies here. There might be some left. Oh yeah, a few minor things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 statues, so whoever left that message didn't get turned into a statue.
Done.
And is there... okay, I can go up here, so I better examine that crystal now before moving on. Let me just... I think I'm gonna save again. Examine. Touch the crystal. There is a moment of dizziness as you touch the crystal. Then a slow chill passes through your body, and you discover that your muscles have locked and your hand frozen to the crystal's surface. There is a moment of silence, then sharp pains splinter through your body like fractures. You feel as if your very being has been turned to ice, then shattered. Oh, it did move us to a new place. Okay. Different nameless ones. Good incarnation. He is awakened. Practical incarnation. Finally. I thought I would die again waiting for him to rise. Paranoid incarnation. Perhaps you will still die. Never forget I watch you thieves, you killers. Killers all 3 of you. Practical incarnation. Have a care how you speak to me, you deranged wreck. He was fortunate to reach here with all those traps you scattered throughout the plains. I swear, if I could have crossed the years to put you out of your misery, I would have crossed the years. I wonder if these are in different times, so they couldn't... I guess they can't kill each other here, but, didn't know each other when they were alive. The two of you, be silent. Let us make sure he is all right. Save the arguments for later. Who are you? By the hells, he's lost his memories. Damnation, he's useless to us now. Calm yourself. He's only disoriented, as we were all. Give him a moment to get his bearings. You are all thieves. Buried my body, and you will give it back. I am at the limits of my patience with your howling. Be silent, or... This arguing avails us nothing. Give him his space. Leave him be. Time is no longer our favor. I will not stand here and squander another moment while our adversary is no doubt hunting for us. We waited long enough for him to awaken. I will speak to him now. The man before you resembles you, but he carries himself more like a force than a man. His eyes are watching you carefully, and as you study him, you feel him studying you. So it has come to this. I will not surrender my name to you or any man. The man's voice is rough, like yours, and it rings strangely in your ears. As for who I am, you should be asking yourself that. You are one of my incarnations. You made it here, and my clue is to guide you. We were all separate incarnations? How is that possible? I don't see why he's asking. I guess because he's stupid. The incarnation is silent for a moment, then his expression changes to contempt. If there is anything I have hated about you, it is your countless questions, your desperate fumbling for meaning and answers. The man's voice is like a hatchet, and anger flicks across his features. The time for questions is past. Now you will listen to me. I was the first to breach this fortress, and whatever it is that awaits us here was somehow able to defeat me. It will not best me a second time. You sound as if you intend to fight whatever it is that lurks here. The man gives you a strange look, then studies you. Of course, that's the only reason we're speaking now. I'll need you to be the shell, but your mind must be my mind. Do you understand me? Like possess me?
Updated my journal.
Yes. He glances around at the spiked walls, then turns back to face you. We cannot leave this place in pieces. Only one may leave. How are you? What are you talking about? Yeah. You must surrender your will to me, your knowledge and skills. Whatever little you've managed to accumulate in your life may prove useful. He sizes you up again. It ultimately will be but a fraction of my power, but it might have its uses. Yet you came here previously and were defeated. The man frowns. I was taken unaware, and I did not anticipate that my companions would be split from me upon my arrival. What happened after that is confusing. So even if I were surrendered to you, then we could still fail. Unlikely. I am the only one who possesses the knowledge necessary to succeed. The moment is the culmination of centuries of planning. Many have suffered and died for us to be here. Their sacrifices must not be in vain. The last sentence unnerves you. It is delivered like a speech, and there is no passion behind the words. Why should I let you possess me? You have no choice in the matter. You do not know how to escape this place. I do. If you refuse to surrender with me, I will refuse to surrender to you. And neither of us will ever be able to leave this place. Only one may leave, and it will not be you. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get my bearings. Practical, paranoid, and good.
I'm gone.
And we're in Slab of Blackstone, Maze of Reflections.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
Wonder if I should have looked around that other
All right.
part of the fortress before using the crystal.
Done.
Probably was where I was supposed
Done.
to use that bronze sphere.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay. Let's talk to the good incarnation. Who are you? Have we ever had a name? Or was it just the first of us? The man chuckles softly. Know that I am your ally in this. I, like these others, have died my death in your mind. And this figment is all that remains. But who are you? His smile fades as he looks at you with concern. This must be disorienting for you. Let me try and explain. I am one of your incarnations. I was once lost and now I am here again. I do not know. Whatever you touched within the fortress has brought pieces of yourself to the surface. He pauses for a moment, thinking. One of the others may know the means of how this came to be, but it is beyond me. Okay. Can't ask him about certain things, I think. I had countless lives. Yeah, why are there only 3? I do not know. Perhaps we were the 3 pieces that were somehow still present in your mind. Present how? I do not know for sure, but I would guess that when we die, traces of the former personality may remain on your mind. And I know that sometimes we may make ourselves felt. Okay. How? When you are about to place yourself in danger or were close to a realization, for example, I found that I could stir, help, prod you in the right direction. Okay. So you were the crawling sensation I kept feeling in the back of my skull. I would be at a loss to describe how it felt to you, but it is possible, yes. Okay. You know why I wanted to become immortal? No, I do not. I think it was done out of fear. Perhaps one of the others knows, but not I. What makes you think it was done out of fear? The man smiles slightly, but there is no humor in it. If anything, it is a sad smile. What man wishes to die? He shakes his head slowly. But only the first of us will ever truly know the reason that brought us to this state. Okay. You said that when we die, traces are left in the mind. That's what caused you all to emerge, right? My understanding may not be complete, but yes, that seems to be the case. And we may make ourselves felt in small ways. Like, okay, like the crawling in the back of the skull. Came to this fortress with allies. Then I fear your friends are already dead. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the paranoid incarnation. His back is hunched as if he is perpetually afraid of being struck. He's watching you warily as he hisses as you approach. His hands clenched as if wanting to strangle you. His arms are horribly gnarled and scarred. Wow. His left arm looks like it is holding on by a thread, literally. Know that you will not last long in this place, thief. Spittle flies from the man's mouth, and his face twists in a maddening grin. Mazes and regrets and death are all that are here. You are wasting your time speaking to that one. His thoughts are all angles and spite and nothing more. Stop wasting time. There is much the 2 of us must speak of. Okay. Thief, the incarnation's hands twist as if strangling the other. I will feel the bones in your neck snap beneath my fingers. Take my body back. He turns to you. Thief, you wear my body like a cloak and you shame me. Don't know what you're talking about. You stole everything. I awoke on the streets of the Ring City, and all who saw me knew me. He takes a rasping breath. All that you had done, all that you had harmed. They were waiting for me, blaming me, hurting me until I couldn't take the voices anymore. His fingers grasped at the air, and had to make them silent. Yeah, you left all the traps, so, yeah, Finn the linguist, we didn't really ever figure out what happened to him. He affixes you with a wary eye. It seems just looking at you is making him uncomfortable. You were the one who strangled all those people. Yeah, I'm sure is all to blame for all this stuff. He seems confused for a moment. There were many that I killed. There were many that needed to be silenced. Okay. Probably really won't get much information out of him. Can strangle him. Okay, we'll speak later. Alright. I don't know whether to save or not. I think I won't because might have to go back to that first area. Okay, I'm gonna talk to the practical incarnation. I guess I'll ask how I will indulge you, but only for a while longer. Oh, you were the one who saved Dakon, and the one who led Daenar to her death. The man's eyes narrow. What of it? All of it was done with a purpose. Why did you save Dakon? Yeah. Your ignorance astounds me. The man looks incredulous. Can it be you do not know what he carries in his hand? The blade he carries is shaped by his thoughts. Such a tool, when used properly, could slay the multiverse itself. A man looks lost in thought, but his face sneers in disgust. Though obviously, the gift became separated when we arrived in the fortress, and I was unable to make use of his blade. The man frowns. Unfortunate. Wow. Can ask him a ton. Why did Daenerys have to die? Daenerys? That girl had little sense of the planes in her, and that was what I needed her for. You see, the dustmen have it right. Sometimes when you feel too much passion, you cling too tightly to life to let go. And neither did Daenerys, as I hoped she would. That woman, that ghost? The hunched man's eyes were well up in a fury, and spittle flies from his mouth. She tormented me for years, pursuing me, hating me. And you were the one that killed her? The incarnation barely even glances at the howling one and merely sneers. You blaming me for anything is laughable. He turns back to you. It wasn't out of malice, though she did become tiresome. It was just that when I arrived here in the fortress, I didn't intend to stay. I just wanted to get in, sacrifice her, and get out. The third incarnation speaks softly, but he sounds pained. Why did you do such a terrible thing? I needed something to be in my eyes here, someone to be my eyes here in the negative material plane, to serve as a scout and try and find out who my killer was. Only the dead can survive here for long, so Daenerys had to be sacrificed so that she could become something other than she was. A tricky business, but it worked. She helped you, didn't she? You didn't have to kill her. He looks at you silently for a moment, then his sneer returns, and that is why you will you will be defeated if you confront your killer. It is because you are weak, and you do not see that some things are necessary. Yeah, it was convenient. It wasn't necessary. You dare lecture me? Women have always walked our path with us, whether Daenerys or Ravel or any other woman, and they have suffered, and it was always their choice. Daenerys would have died for me if I had asked her to. There was no crime. Okay. Were you the one who taught Ignis? Ignis? The man stares at you. Is that a name? Who in the hell are you talking about? Okay, I guess maybe not. I guess really there's no point asking him about... Oh, sorry. I went way far up there. Asking him more about Dakon and Daenerys. She built the one with the traps. I'd almost forgotten. Yes, what a waste that was. Obviously, it didn't work, and it cost a lot of blood and coin, too. Worthless! The second incarnation breaks into uneven laughter, but more gleeful than mad. It was easy to breach that child's trap. I found it and changed it, to make it harder, changed the writings. First incarnation frowns at the second. He looks like he is barely restraining himself from attacking the other. Yet another thing you will answer for. He turns back to you, though I suppose it doesn't matter. It was shortly after the failure of the tomb trap that I decided to carry the battle to our killer rather than wait for him to show any longer. Okay. Okay, we'll ask about Mort, too. Haven't seen Mort yet. Is Mort still alive? The incarnation stares for a moment in disbelief, and then he starts laughing. Ha! That pikey skull couldn't be trusted farther than I could throw him, claiming he had informed me when he didn't. Then I had to go through the torment of prying him off the pillar of skulls, and he feigned ignorance once he was off of it. The incarnation scoffs. I humored him since he told me everything I needed from him. Feigned ignorance? I don't think he did. He was telling the truth when he said he couldn't remember it. Oh yes, once a liar, always a liar. It takes a stronger mind than the skulls to give me the laugh, though.